The reason that you should care about this is because the biggest lesson that I've learned in my life thus far is the minute I stopped trying to fit into someone else's mold and started just being me and creating my own mold for myself, my entire life changed. Folks, hello. Today we are going to talk about fitting in molds. Not mold like cheese, but molds. Fit in the, I don't know why I did that, fit in the mold. So, I have some things in this box that are gonna help us with this. All right, in order to illustrate this, I decided to order something that I haven't played with since I was a kid. Cut away from you, not towards you. Safety first. So, let me show you. Da 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 da! Speaking of molds, look at all these molds on the back here. We're gonna use this. We're gonna get creative and we're gonna talk at the same time. I gotta clean up this table. Stay hydrated. So while I unbox this, let's talk about what I mean by molds. You know, from the time that I was born, society tried to put me in multiple molds. And I think that happens for a lot of us. You know, whether that's how we look, whether it's our, you know, sexuality, our gender identity, whether that comes from our family or our friends or our community or school or the places that we work. We're constantly being told this is the box or this is the mold that you should fit into. I forgot what that smelled like. It smells like childhood. And first mold. See yourself as non-disabled. This is a message I got from the very beginning. You want to see yourself as just like everyone else. And the reality is, that's not true. We live in a society that isn't set up for folks with disabilities. So I am different, and I do have different things. There are some cool things that I can do for sure, but you know, the messaging I was taught in the 80s and 90s was to see yourself just like everyone else. But guess what? Surprise, I don't have any legs. I'm not like everyone else. So, over the last 10 years, I've started to unpack that and understand that actually my disability is really important and a really beautiful piece of my identity. And legit, there just aren't things that I can't do. I mean, we've talked about it on TikTok before, you know, I can't change the light bulb, and there's so many other things navigating the world. So I stopped seeing myself, or trying to force myself to be non-disabled, and just lean into, yeah, you know what, I'm disabled, and it's actually pretty amazing. So, I get a gold star for that one, breaking that mold. Mold number 2. This is actually for cupcakes. But mold number 2 for me, my sexuality. All I heard growing up in every aspect of my life is that being gay is bad, being gay is wrong, being gay is illegal, being gay means that you could be murdered. So I thought, well, I'm not gay. So these messages were so ingrained in my head that I had no clue that I wasn't gay. I thought, well, that's bad, so I can't be that, so I must be straight. So I'll fit into that straight mold. What does that mean? That means, you know, getting married to a woman, having a family, in that traditional sense, all this heteronormativity. Let me just put these cupcakes in the oven, hang on. Let's turn the oven on. Oh, they're done. So when I was 21, I was so exhausted from trying to fit into this mold of being straight, and it wasn't working for me. I was dating girls, this isn't working, this feels wrong, something doesn't feel right here. And that's when I realized when I was 21, oh my God, I'm totally gay. I'm a big old homo. I saw a cute guy walk into Old Navy and I was like, yep, I want that. Second time, I had to break out of that mold and be like, I don't fit this idea. And there can be lots of other ideas of what a family and a partnership can actually look like. So what does that mean? That means for me that if I want a relationship and I want a family, it's just gonna look a little bit different. And that's okay. I shouldn't have to fit into what other people think that I should be. I gotta do what's authentic to myself and what's right in here. So many of you might be thinking, Spencer, why should I care about this? And that's a really great question. The reason that you should care about this is because the biggest lesson that I've learned in my life thus far is the minute I stopped trying to fit into someone else's mold and started just being me and creating my own mold for myself, my entire life changed. So don't let people tell you who you should be. Don't let people tell you how you should look. Don't let people tell you who you should love. Don't let people tell you what you should study or where you should live or all of those things. Only you know the answers to those things. And the minute I started listening to what's in here instead of what's out here, everything changed. That's it. So, folks, thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm going to get back to this pie making. I hope you all have a great week whenever you're watching this. And as always, you're my new best friend. Call me every 5 minutes. Goodbye.